Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Whatever side of the diaspora that you may be on, let me welcome you to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. Okay, I'm not going to be on here very long with this video. I thought I'd do an update, and I think it's very important um, that I do this first regarding Keneeka Jenkins. I am totally convinced. I'm not going to stay on this long because I think what we need to do at this point is really figure out, begin to investigate the body part sales that is going on in Rosemont. It is very important. What is it, Rosemont, Illinois? It's very important that we do that. Not only was a man caught selling all these body parts, and he's got buildings full of body parts, and the people that were staff on the plane had to stop one of the planes because blood was dripping down from the boxes that he was transporting bloody parts throughout the continental United States of America. This is a big business. Black people, you are no longer of any value in this society. You're unemployed. You're unemployable. You're fucking crazy. You have been driven mad. You turn on yourself. And the only thing that you're good for is your spare parts. Now, the minute that we understand that, maybe the minute that we'll love ourselves a little better, all these people being shot and killed, all these people disappearing, is it just dawning on you that the only thing that works in everybody's body is black organs? Just like everybody feeds off of African and indigenous and black people, this is what's happening, in my opinion, in America. You're no longer useful. Their slavery is over. Can't make you go out there and work for free. Now you just a big problem. And the only thing, just like an insurance adjuster that comes and looks at the wreck after you've had a crash, he says it's a total loss. And that's what black people are. Black people are a total loss, only good for spare parts. Now you can take that information and let it marinate in your spirit, or you can call me crazy and go on about your business and keep on living the way you living until somebody that you know or somebody else comes up missing in some nefarious reason and all these unusual circumstances around it, and you continue to overlook it because somebody told you if you ignore something that it'll go away. You know, because America's so full of hypocrisy. You have people telling you if you don't focus on something, that it won't. If you focus on it, then you're going to get more of it. Really? Is that really what you believe? Because if that's the case, then how in the hell do you explain? Let me shift. How do you explain the hypocrisy? The hypocrisy. The only way you can try to explain it is that you got to be a total narcissist. You have to be. To get people that are victim and subjected to so much abuse, and I can see if the abuse stopped and we get a chance of recovery. But there has been no recovery since chattel slavery, just in bits and pieces. Now it's not a war of our physical body. Now it's slavery. Well, I take that back, because in prison, or once you become a prisoner, and the way they got that set up, is, of course, that's your physical body still being enslaved. But if outside the prison walls, then your mental capacity is limited to some degree, because you know no matter what you've done, no matter where you at, if you run into the wrong person on the wrong day, you still can be identified by your color. And that's a game changer. Okay? So with the hypocrisy that goes on in America and people telling you if you focus more on race, we're going to get more of it, that's bullshit. Okay? And anybody that try to preach that mantra to you is full of shit. They are a coward, and they don't want to deal with what's really the problem. And the real problem is white supremacy. This country, white people have a false sense of who they are because of supremacy. And black people have a false narrative of who they are because of white supremacy. And until we get the front to come in the back and the back to come in the front, this problem is always going to persist. And as long as we have people that are benefiting from being on top, what the hell do they want to even the playing field for? But I contend that there's a God high that operates low on you all. So at some point, the dynamics have got to change. And it's going to take a phenomenon, just like Willie Lynch said. And I think that we game for the challenge. And I think that this is the momentum. Because either we're going to learn to live and not antagonize and be unjust to one another, or we're going to perish as fools. This country was built on race. It was built on subjugation. It was built on slavery. And how can you be so crazy to think that the chickens are not going to come home to roost? You think that you can bear a civilization forever on lies and bloodshed? And the children of the people that you have murdered? What do you think ISIS is all about? Huh? At some point, the enemy that you perceive to be the enemy is only the enemy you created because of the transgressions that you did to their forefathers. So at some point, the chicken's going to come home to roost. And then you're going to set up situations like you're trying to do now, which leads me right to this next little commentary. And that is about my sister, Jemelle Hill. Now, I had to get up and make this video because I'm really disturbed by the narcissism. Those of us who are understanding what this craziness really is, and we're trying to deal with it and navigate through it. And when we enter and encounter a president that is a full-fledged malignant narcissist, and people don't understand. I mean, he's a narc. And anytime you've only been in office, he's not been in office a year yet. What is it, 9, 10 months, 11 months? I don't know. It already feels like he's been in office forever. They are so damn draining because you don't know what he's going to do next. He's got the whole balance of people off. People get mad because we had the first black president, and supposedly Barack Obama. Barack Obama never advocated to hurt people and to build walls or to divide. He never did that. Maybe I think he should have did it to some degree. To some degree, I think he should have spoke up for black people a lot more than he did. He didn't have it in him because he served the purpose that the corporation wanted him to serve. However, with that being said, the way Donald Trump hounded him about his birth certificate and not being an American, listen, how dare you, conservatives, whoever y'all call yourself, whatever label floats your boat, how dare you want an apology from Jemelle Hill about calling Donald Trump a white supremacist when any sane and rational person knows that he is, and the only reason that you don't is because you're a narcissist and you like that ideology. Something is wrong with you. Okay, if you think that it's okay to go around insulting everybody and mistreating human beings, and not think that this is a human family. Not only that, these are supposed to be United States of America. United. That means we're supposed to be one. As a country, we're supposed to at least have some semblance of togetherness. We are so divided in this damn country, so there's nothing united about it. Then you have a president, who has the nerve to want an apology and to get fired from a black woman after he's insulted nearly every race on the planet, every gender on the planet, since he's been in office or even when he was running. Okay. Not only did he talk about Hillary Clinton like a dog, we aren't even going to go there in what he said about her. And I'm not even a Hillary Clinton fan. Why would you be mad when somebody call you for who you are? I mean, if I say I'm pro-black or I'm pro this or pro, I'm not ashamed to. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna stand in it. So here's what I don't understand. Why do all the racists that follow Donald Trump get upset because somebody calls him a racist? He ran a campaign on race. Not only that, his daddy was a freaking Nazi. His father was a racist that liked what Hitler was doing to Jews. His daddy was a Nazi. Okay. He aligned himself throughout the campaign and once he got in office with alt-right, with Bart Bright, whoever the hell they are, all these racist, conservative, David Duke, he wouldn't denounce him. He was sued for housing discrimination and he lost. So that means it was proven that he does that. So not only is he being called a racist just from my words, he's been adjudicated, he's been declared by the United States courthouse as a racist for his practices of how he treats black people in his apartments. What the hell are you upset for? Because somebody called him a racist? I don't get it. What is wrong with y'all? Something is wrong with your mind. You need to protect your dome because these people are trying to double talk you, talk crazy to you. And the narcissist, he always projects, he always deflects, he gaslights, does all types of things to put the ownership off of him and put it on you and to make it feel like you're the problem. Don't listen to it. Anytime you got a man who wasn't president, who tried to have 5 teenagers put to death for raping a white woman in Central Park, and then when he found out that they didn't do it, he never apologized. He said, oh well, hey. Okay, he never apologized. He took out a full-page ad for these kids to be, and then they was in jail for no reason. DNA didn't fit. So when they finally found the killers, do you think that Donald Trump would apologize to them and their family? No. They think that because we're brown skinned and black skinned that we're less than. And that's what white supremacy has done to them. It has destroyed their minds and made them crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So we're getting the residue off of this madness, and it's driving us mad as well, because you cannot live with crazy people and have it not rub off on you. So the way this government is operating, the way it's being ran by supreme evil narcissists. They're not human. They're reptilian by nature. They are murderers, thieves, killers. They always have been. They established the society on it. Okay? Now, when you look at the history of this European, how he's come down from the Caucasoid mountain, because everywhere he go, he ruins the environment. Everywhere. All through nature. Bring black plague. Bring diseases. This is what the European has done to the human family, to the earth. And now y'all got the nerve to wonder what the hell is going on with all these hurricanes, twisters and storms. Global warming. In destroying the environment like they always have done. This is the history and the nature of this people. This is what they do. And those who sanction that are not human. See, because the ones who have some humanity in them, they're not sanctioning what the majority and what the normal standard of that European mindset is, which is to kill, steal, and destroy. There are some that, in my opinion, that are outside that realm of thinking. Because anybody that deflects as much as these Europeans do, when they get mad about Colin Kaepernick, they keep talking about kneeling for the flag and you're dishonoring the servicemen. But when you ask them, I don't want to, do you know why he's kneeling? Nobody wants to talk about anything. No. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about why he's kneeling. So you have to keep bringing them back. You can't let them get away with the garbage they're trying to force down your throat. When they start talking about he's desecrating the flag, he's doing this. No, stop it right there and say, do you know why he's kneeling? Because that's the conversation we need to have. And if we're not having that conversation, damn what you talking about. I want to talk about why he's kneeling. I'm not talking about the what do you call it? The outward manifestation. I ain't talking about the symptom. I'm talking about, what is it? Why is he doing it? So if you don't want to talk about that, if you just want to talk about the symptoms and what the expression is from the act, and you don't want to talk about the act itself, then really I don't even know how you can have a conversation with people like this. Donald Trump is a severe narcissist. This country, it fits him very well because this country is, and I think in the last 10, 20 years, we've just bred nothing but severe narcissists. And when I look at them, I look at it all around me. Anytime you find people that agree with somebody that can call people names and do these things that Donald Trump done, and then go around and want everybody that apologize to him, that's sheer craziness. And you're not going to get me to buy anything else but that. It's nuts. And anybody who believe in that ideology, I'm not very confident in you either. All right? So let me get off of here because I just wanted to make those statements about Jemelle Hill. I had to do it. I had to make these little statements about what I feel about what's being happening over in Rosemont, Illinois. I think that's something that we need to continue to pursue. Rest in peace to Keneeka. I just don't think no mother should have to deal with that type of trauma. But at the end of the day, we have to support all information and keep digging a little deeper about what's going on in the city of Rosemont, Illinois, because I believe that they're selling body parts. It's already been shown that the doctor there is taking them. And also to Donald Trump and all his supporters and press secretary Huckabee and all the rest of y'all racists up in there. Call yourselves what you are. You're a bunch of white supremacists. That's what you are. And you ran a campaign on white supremacy and racism and hatred and bigotry. And you won. It's like a puzzle piece. Because that's what America loved. Okay? Now, with that being said, I'm going to get the hell off of here. Hope to see you guys a little later. Right here in the mental house. Bye-bye.